Mrs. Pig was very tired. "Oh dear," she said to her three little pigs, "I can't do this work anymore. I'm afraid you must leave home and make your own way in the world." So the three little pigs set off. The first little pig met a man carrying a bundle of straw. "Excuse me," said the first little pig politely, "would you please sell some of your straw so I can make a house?" The man readily agreed, and the first little pig went off to find a good place to build his house. The other little pigs carried on along the road, and soon met a man carrying a bundle of sticks. "Excuse me," said the second little pig politely, "would you please sell me some sticks so I can build a house?" The man agreed, and the second little pig said goodbye to his brother. The third little pig didn't think much of their ideas. "I'm going to build myself a much bigger, better, stronger house," he thought, and carried on down the road until he met a man with a cartload of bricks. "Excuse me," said the third little pig, as politely as his mother had taught him, "please can you sell me some bricks so I can build a house?" "Of course," said the man. "Where would you like me to unload them?" The third little pig looked around and saw a nice patch of ground under a tree. They all set to work, and by nighttime the house of straw and the house of sticks were built, but the house of bricks was only just beginning to rise above the ground. The first and second little pigs laughed. They thought their brother was silly working so hard when they had finished. However, a few days later, the brick house was completed and looked very smart with shiny windows, a neat little chimney, and a shiny knocker on the door. One starlit night, a wolf came out looking for food. By the light of the moon, he saw the first little pig's house of straw and sidled up to the door, calling, little pig, let me come in." "No, no, by the hair of my chinny chin," replied the little pig. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," said the big, bad, greedy wolf. He huffed and he puffed and blew the house in. But the little pig ran away as fast as he could and went to the second little pig's house to hide. The next night, the wolf was even hungrier. He saw the house of sticks, crept up to the door, and called, little pig, let me come in." "Oh no, not by the hair on my chinny chin," said the second little pig, as the first little pig hid trembling under the stairs. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. He huffed, puffed, and blew the house in. But the little pigs ran away and went to the third little pig's house to hide. "What did I tell you?" said the third little pig. "It's important to build houses properly." He welcomed them in, and they settled for the night. The following night, the wolf was hungrier, feeling bigger and badder. He came to the third pig's house, crept to the door, and called, little pig, let me come in." "Oh no, not by the hair on my chinny chin," said the third pig, while the others hid under the stairs. "I'll huff and puff and blow your house in," said the wolf. He huffed, puffed, but nothing happened. The house stood firm. The wolf was angry, getting bigger and badder. "I'm going to eat you," he growled. Prowling around the house, he tried finding a way in. The pigs trembled at his big eyes through the window. They heard scrambling. "Quick," said the third pig, "he's climbing the tree. He'll come down the chimney." The pigs got a pan, filled it with water, and heated it. They heard the wolf climbing, then walking on the roof. The wolf was descending the chimney. With a splash, he landed in the pan. "Yow!" he screamed, shooting back up the chimney.